From WFRV TV Local 5, your local election headquarters. This is Newsmaker Sunday with your host, Tom Zaleski.
Good morning. Welcome to Newsmaker Sunday. I'm Tom Zaleski. This week, we focus on the career of Wisconsin State Senator Dave Hansen, who announced his retirement this month. Senator Hansen, a Democrat, was first elected to public office as a member of the Brown County Board of Supervisors, where he served from 1996 until 2002. He was elected to the state Senate in 2000, re-elected 4 times to represent Green Bay in Madison. Then on this past January 9th, Mr. Hansen announced he would not seek another term, and he plans to spend more time with his family. And we welcome Senator Dave Hansen to Newsmaker Sunday. He has been our guest before frequently. We thank you. Welcome back, sir. How are you?
It's good. And a little tough weather this morning, trying to be on the highway, but glad to be here today and glad to be with you again.
Glad
a long time.
Glad you made it here. Let us begin with your decision. 20 years in the state legislature, you've decided to retire. Was this something you had been thinking about for some time, or was there some trigger that finally made you say, I have had it, enough, I'm done?
We considered it in 2016, and I said basically one more term. And I think it was something like 9 elections in 20 years. And when you think about the elections and you have a spouse that's doing a lot of the legwork with you and fundraising and my treasurer and actually helping me put up signs and drop lit and all that, I think she got burned out. I think I'm burned out. I was just 72 years old. And so it was a joint decision that, even though it's bittersweet, to be at the last state of the state in my career the other night. But it wasn't an easy decision. A lot of people say you got to run one more term, but then I figured at the end of the next one I'd be 77, and then he said run one more term, then you're 81, and then I'm Fred Risser in my 90s, and I'm saying maybe it's time to do something else. And I really do believe it's time for young people to move forward in this, and I'm sure there'll be a young person running, and he's already announced. So looking forward to that possibility. It was a tough decision. I've loved it, and to get elected all those times, and to meet so many really, really great people throughout this district, and Marinette and Oconto and Peshtigo, Green Bay, and all over. It's been amazing to represent 165,000 people. It's a tribute to my wife for putting up with that for that long.
Sure.
And my staff, mostly have been with me almost all 20 years. So it either makes me a good boss or too soft on them, but they've done a great job. They've responded to all the constituents' concerns. We always didn't give them the right answer that they wanted, but we tried, and we did our best and responded to all of them.
20 years in the state Senate. How has the political landscape changed from the time you first got in until now you're leaving?
Well, first of all, in 1996 when I ran, I was still working for the city, and the goals there were to build the arena, which we did, the Fox River Trail, which we did, and the new Brown County Jail, which may be expanded moving forward. But in 2000, one day I got elected in November against a 2-term incumbent. And one day on a Friday afternoon was my last day working for Green Bay Department of Sanitation. And the next Monday I was in Madison hiring 4 full-time staff. So the first 10 years, I would say, we got along a lot better. We had friends on both sides of the aisle. And then when Governor Walker got elected and all of this Act 10, it seems like it got a lot different. It wasn't as friendly, and it wasn't where we could work together in a bipartisan way. And so the political landscape changed a lot. But I really thought in 2018, when Governor Evers got elected, that we'd go back to the old way of working together. And immediately, well, all the constitutional officers became Democratic, but we still have in the Senate 1914 Republican and 63-36, I believe, in Assembly. And we're not that kind of red state. We're more purple, as you've seen in presidential elections. And it became really difficult. And in December, after he got elected, right away the lame duck. And they did all in their power to take away his power and the Attorney General's power and the constitutional officers' power, rather than try to put it all together, admit that Governor Walker lost, and that we could do better together and make change happen in a positive way. So we've been fighting again to try to make that happen, and we lose on a lot of the issues, but hopefully we can still win on a couple. I've got a year left. I'm not done until next January, so if you need anything at all, give me a call.
All right, you have pushed through so much legislation in your 20 years. Does anything stand out for you? Any particular successes?
Very bipartisan back in 2001 and 2. With Governor McCallum, a Republican, we pushed for the senior care. It's the only prescription drug care plan for seniors in the country that is totally a state, Wisconsin's. And it's been great. So you can get in for low premium, low deductibles, And with the high cost of drugs when I was campaigning, people were saying they had to split their pills or skip their meals. And so we brought this on, and there's been several times when it was threatened. I remember when Herb Kohl had an opportunity in the U.S. Senate to continue it, because you got to get a waiver from the federal level. He put it in a military budget, and he kept it going. And now we have it extended. And the people out there that are on it, and if you're not on it and you're 65, you have an opportunity. It's not all that it can be, because it's still pretty much lower income, but it's now extended to 2029, I believe. So that's one of the prouder things that we have been able to do. Another one is the Silver Alert. I had a former student, I was a former teacher at Annunciation Catholic back in a different life, basically, that had a mother in this area, and she was living in Florida. In Florida, they had something like the Silver Alert. Her mom and her dad got lost, and they were going on 20-some hours. And she said, well, don't you have the Silver Alert? We got to find them. I think they found them like 30 hours, and he was dehydrated and actually died the next weekend from dehydration. He was in his 90s. And so that family pushed hard. And with Governor Walker and Republican and Democratic help, we were able to get the Silver Alert. And most recently, there was a case where a lady got lost. She never drove at night. It was 10 o'clock at night. And a family friend of ours called and said, can you help us? So I called the police. I said, she may not have been diagnosed with dementia, but she's lost. She needs to be found. So they called it. They did the Silver Alert, and everything was announced on the media and all that. And they were able to find her. And thank God she was driving the wrong way on a highway.
Oh, my.
But it was like at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night before they found her. She was totally lost. So those are the accomplishments. Those are two really big ones, I think. But we try to do a lot more, and we're still working on a lot more. College debt's a biggie, higher ed, lower debt, which we thought would be an easy one because it really made a lot of sense for the economy. People struggling with debt could be buying new houses, new cars, and really making a difference. That has not moved. And the big one, I think, and one of the biggest concerns they still have, and the governor talked a lot about it in the state, is a redistricting, where, as I said before, we're not a red state. These districts were drawn to protect one political party, and it should be about one person, one vote. And we should not be electing other people. The people should have a right to elect who they think they are. But they're in districts that are drawn so poorly that we can get like 70% expansion in MA, and yet we can't pass things because they have no fear about going back into their district and losing unless they lose in a primary. So that's the concern I have.
Something unique about you. You are the only Democrat out of 9 senators representing Northeast Wisconsin. That says something about you and your constituents, does it not?
It's a district that's 48% Democratic, 52% Republican. And
so how do you keep winning?
When they gerrymandered, they gave me 30,000 new constituents, and a former Republican state senator said you can't win. It's just going to be very, 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 very difficult. You have to interact, parades, picnics, but you also have to respond to their concerns. You have to try to make things work, like in O'Connell. With the nursing home was kind of caving in on sawdust. We got them an opportunity to rebuild that. There was a need for a hospital in O'Connell, we felt, and it was attached to the Bond Health Center. They've got a tremendous hospital for a community that size. Those are two big accomplishments, and you wouldn't think a conservative community like O'Connell would be very favorable to me, but they've been great. It's just been absolutely awesome. So it's taking care of your constituents, or like in Green Bay, doing the Cress Event Center with a Republican representative back in the day when we got $7.5 million to do that, or our work in Marinette with Marinette Marine. So there's proud accomplishments. It hasn't been easy, but you've got to take care of your constituents. And some people say that's pork, but I think that is doing the right thing for your constituency. And that's what we've tried to do throughout.
And we continue with Senator Dave Hansen right after this, so please stay with us.